Aaron, say what up, Aaron. So I've worked with Pathways to Life for about 2 years now. It's been an amazing experience. So I got a quick question for y'all. How does somebody with a 1.7 GPA in high school that got diagnosed with ADHD, addicted to drugs and alcohol and pills, end up becoming a teacher, being an entrepreneur, making over $100,000, going broke again, have a beautiful wife, and 2 kids, and another baby on the way in January? You can clap for that. I can sum my whole life up in one phrase. This is my life phrase. It's pain has a purpose. So raise your hand if your life is perfect. Cap. So your life isn't perfect. Raise your hand if you've ever been through any type of pain in your life. Raise your hand. Any type of pain, emotional or physical. And so everybody in the room. So we all have a story. We have all been through pain. So the key is to let your pain, don't let it turn you bitter. You take that pain and you turn it to purpose. So for me, I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. Any Patriot fans? A couple, that's my dog, I appreciate you. A couple Patriot fans. So I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. And I come from a family of 6. My parents are from a place called Guyana. That's in South America. So if anybody in this room has family or parents that are super high achievers, or they're not from this country, you know they love you, but they care about one thing really, and that's your grades. They worked hard. They sacrificed. They put everything on the line. They were patient with you because they said, you know what? I want to give my child a better opportunity to grow and to thrive. So I didn't appreciate that when I was growing up. My mom had her master's, my dad had his master's, but growing up, my dad would go to work at about 5:30 a.m. and he would come home at 10:30 p.m. So really, when he went to work, I was sleeping. When he got home, I was sleeping. So we didn't really have a connection. We didn't really have a relationship. So growing up, I didn't know I just needed love. I was playing football. I was going to all my games. I would look in the crowd. I would never see my dad. I just wanted a good job, Aaron. I love you, Aaron. My mom was there cheering me on, rooting, doing all that stuff. But I never got that love and that affection I needed from my dad. Sometimes I would ask myself, what's worse? Having a dad that just wasn't there at all, or having a dad that was there but not present. Like, what's worse? Like, which thing is worse? As I got older, I realized him just being there and providing, that was enough, but I was too young and immature and naive to realize that was the best thing he could do. That was his way of showing love, was providing. His dad wasn't intentional with him. His dad was in the army. So he was emotionless, so he just did the same cycle and he passed it on. So I know for me, I have to do better with my kids and my family. I can't do that same cycle. So even though when I was younger, these things were affecting me, I didn't realize it. So I started seeking attention. I felt rejected really easily. I would have let people in. I said, you don't really love me, you don't care about me. But it was crazy because I was so popular and everybody loved me, but there was this voice in my head telling me, nobody loves you, nobody cares about you. So I was pretty much a good kid for the most part. Going to middle school, I'm still not doing any drugs, I'm not partying. I'm just really a class clown. Because again, I need the attention. I need the love. So I'm doing anything I can to seek it. I'm yelling at teachers, I'm wild out in class. Some of y'all right now do the same thing right now, be honest. You're the class clown, you want that attention, you want that love, but really, what you're seeking is validation. But I was you, this isn't a judgment. So moving into high school, I was like, you know what? If I want to really get to the next level, become popular, I gotta start getting into what they're into. All my friends was partying, sleeping around, smoking, drinking, so what I gotta do to fit in? I gotta follow suit, I gotta do the same thing. But I would say no for so long. My mom's voice would always be in the back of my head, don't do drugs, Aaron. Don't do them. Some of y'all got mamas like that right now. But she never told me why I shouldn't do the drugs. She just said, don't do it. So eventually, the crowd's voice, my friend's voice, social media, that voice got so loud, my mom's voice got quieter and quieter and quieter. So eventually, her voice just got drowned out. That makes me, anyone here love hip hop music? Y'all love hip hop, right? Y'all think Little Baby should run for president? Should NBA YoungBoy be the principal? Probably not, right? But So these are the people I'm looking up to. These are my influences. I want to be just like these rappers, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent. So when the parties started coming around, I started smoking, I started drinking. What started as just smoking 1 time a week turned into 2 times a week, then 3, then 4, then 5 times a week. Eventually it was 6 times a day. Before school, skip class, before football practice, after practice, before bed, and then another time. So now I'm in full-blown addiction. I'm smoking, I'm partying. By the time junior year comes, I'm a star on the football team, but I'm not treating my body like an athlete. Some of y'all want to be athletes. Some of y'all want to go to the league, but you're waiting for Friday for after the game to party. So I was lying to myself. I said I wanted these dreams and these goals, but my life wasn't reflecting these things. So somehow I graduated from high school, y'all. Like I said, I had a 1.7 GPA. Bro, I could sell sand to the beach. I could sell salt to a slug. I could always just find a way to get out of trouble. Get pulled over by police, I would talk my way out and say, I'm sorry, officer, please don't tell my mom. And somehow he would just drop me off at home. I wouldn't get in trouble. I talked my way into college. I got into school, Worcester State in Boston, on academic probation. Do y'all think when I got to college, I changed my life? You think I finally said, you know what? I got a second chance. Now I'm gonna do it. I mean, I didn't. No, I said, now I'm on campus. They got mommy and daddy's money now. I can really run it up. So I'm feeling like I'm healed. I got money. I got girls. I got clout. I got likes on the gram. I got followers. I'm like, yo, I can't do no wrong. But that all came crashing down at one moment. This is the first day of summer I came home after my freshman year. And some friends asked me, hey, can you buy some alcohol? They knew I had my older brother's ID. We looked just alike. I was only 19 at the time, so I went to buy alcohol, and this guy at the store, he sold me the alcohol. And then he called the cops on me right after. So we did about a couple minutes up the road, and I heard, whoop, whoop. My friend's like, what should we do? I'm like, keep driving. So he keeps driving, and I'm thinking straight. He said, what's the next move here? I said, okay, we're gonna pull off on my street right here, we're gonna get out, and we're gonna run for the woods. That's gonna work. So that's what we do. I get out, you start running me, drop, freeze! I'm like, I'm sorry, officer. And the cops knew me. So everyone in my town knew me. Aaron, what are you doing? Why are you buying alcohol? I'm like, there's a prom house and I just wanted to buy it. He's like, Aaron, he just wanna pour out the liquor. And I thought I was gonna get away with it again. But one of my friends had marijuana on him. Then I gave him about a pound of weed, so we got arrested. I'm sitting in a cell now. And there's a guy about 6'3", looked like an NFL linebacker. And that's when it really hit me. Aaron, you are not about this life. You're doing all this running around, acting like a little fake gangster, trying to be like all these rappers. Your parents got their master's degree, and you run around the streets like a dog without a leash. You just run around the streets thinking you him. And I'm like, bro. So I had to sit down and realize, like, man, how did I get myself here? These were my decisions. But say pain has a purpose. I didn't realize in that moment that all those situations I was going through, yes, I was acting out, but it's stuff I had to go through because it was going to lead me to this moment right here. So after that, I get up the cell, and my mom finds out, and I'm really embarrassed. The look in her eyes of disappointment, like, I did all this work for you, and this is how you repay me? That look of disappointment. Y'all know that look y'all parents give you when they're disappointed? That was enough for me to want to change. I said, you know what? I'm going to start the path to this. So I leave my college, I moved back home, I stopped selling weed, I stopped drinking, I stopped partying, but I can't quit smoking. It had a hold on me, y'all. Like I told you before, this need for validation, this insecurity I had, I was running from myself. What we could do is it could just numb my emotions. So in that moment, every time I got high, I could escape my problems temporarily. When the high wear off, I just get high again. When it wears off, I get high again. When it wears off, I get high again. It's just a cycle. You keep doing it, you keep doing it. I'm not pointing no finger, but some of y'all in that cycle right now. The high, it makes you escape reality. We don't want to face ourselves. So eventually, I'm doing this, and I'm rapping now. So I'm a rapper, and now I'm getting clout. And I ended up opening up for Kendrick Lamar in front of 8,000 people. I'm talking pandemonium. They scream my name, Aaron. And I'm like, I'm him. This feels good. And then I get off stage, and I felt empty. I worked all this time for this shining moment. Like I said, I found my identity in sports. That didn't work out. I found my identity in the clout. That didn't work out. Now I can find my identity in music, being a famous rapper with all the groupies and all that stuff, and it still left me empty. I said, something gotta give. The weed weed don't fulfill me. The party don't fulfill me. The drugs don't fulfill me. Rapping don't fulfill me. Then what will? And that's when I realized I gotta go on a purpose journey. That's what started my faith journey. And I said, you know what? I gotta leave my environment because all my friends is ratchet. All my friends want to turn up. They want to drag me to the club, and I'm going because I don't want to be left out, bro. I wanted to fit in so bad. I would go to the club and I would get a little red cup and I would pour Red Bull in it, just so I didn't look like weird in the corners. I'm like, I got Red Bull in my cup. I wasn't even drinking. That's something I just wanted to fit in. So I come to Atlanta and I changed my environment. I realized if you really want to grow, you have to start focusing on what's going on inside of you, not what's going on around you. Ask yourself this right now. What's going on inside of you? Do you even know? Have you thought about it? Does that make you uncomfortable to even think like, man, what's going on inside of me? Why am I angry? Why am I anxious? Why am I always sad? Why is it so hard for me to get out of bed? Why does every time somebody talk, I'm just like, shut up in my head? Do you ever ask yourself that? Or do you just go through the motions? I started asking myself the real questions. Aaron, why are you this way? And I realized it was just childhood trauma that was rooted in that. And I was just coping. And I was trying to mask all the things I was going through. So when I realized that was the issue, I said, you know what? Weed no longer has control over me. The party no longer has control over me. And now I've been 8 years sober. Haven't touched a drug. Haven't drank. Got some more. I'm not gonna let anything have control over me and my decisions. So I moved to Atlanta, I found my wife, and life is good. Like I said, I'm becoming an entrepreneur, I'm getting money, I'm doing all these things, and then the money got low again. And I remember there was a moment where I almost took my life. This is after I did all the changing. This is after I got rid of all the drugs. And I was sitting there one day, I was walking around my apartment complex, and I'm yelling at God like, why God, I'm faithful, I serve you, I do all these things, I help all these people. I've been a youth mentor in Atlanta for 8 years. For $0. I don't ask for $1. I just serve and I serve and I serve. I'm like, now can you bless me? I'm like, why would you do this to my family? I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be here no more. Like, bump it. I'm gonna end it. I'm thinking of ways to end it. And in that moment, I remember I was crying and I just kept getting a picture of my son, Isaiah. He's 3 years old and he got diagnosed with autism. And my son, Isaiah, I just kept seeing his face. I was like, I gotta be here for Isaiah. What I look like leaving this earth and not giving him a present, Father. He needs someone to guide him. Plus, you know what? I got back up and I wiped my tears on my eyes. Because you guys are going to know when adversity hits, what are you going to do? You going to run? You going to give up? You going to quit? Or you going to face that stuff head on? So I face it head on. And I want to encourage you guys, when you're going through pain, when you're going through trials, and when you're going through struggles, and you're going through these things, don't run from the pain. You have to run towards it. You can't act like it's not there because we got to deal with the root problems of everything. Sometimes we just deal with the fruit and say, oh, well, I'm lazy, I'm tired. Nah, there's a root issue that you're struggling with, but you're too afraid to address. So I want to encourage you guys. Can y'all say this with me? Pain has a purpose. Every single person in this room right now has a cycle, a mindset, something they're going through, something that they're struggling with. And if you could identify those cycles, attack it at the root, deal with it, I promise you, you're going to see way better fruit in your life. I promise you, you're going to see the growth you're looking for. I promise you that depression is going to flee. I promise you that anxiety is going to flee because you're going to say, you know what? You no longer have power over me. Whether you're going to talk to somebody, get vulnerable, where you're going to go get help, say something to somebody, but don't suffer in silence. That's the worst thing you can do is suffer in silence because the world needs your voice. The world needs your voice. The world needs all of your voices. Every single person in this room is not more valuable than the other. $800 billion is not compared to anything because they can print new money every single day. They can't make another you. They can clone you, but it won't have your heart. It won't have your soul. Y'all hear me?